Today on Reese Dixon, I am going to show you the simplest, foolproof way to make this bow. Hey everybody, it's Teresa with ReeseDixon.com. Today's ornament for our nostalgic Home for the Holidays tree is this sweet little perfect bow. It's so traditional that I love its effect on the tree. But bows, if you've ever tried to tie one to make a gift look spectacular, they can actually be a lot trickier than you'd think. You know, we all learned to tie our shoes in kindergarten, so you'd think we'd have it mastered. But if you want it to be presentational and look beautiful, it's actually really hard to get everything to lay just the way you want it to go. So I have the perfect trick for you. There's no knots involved in this. It's a secret little hack. And once you know how to do this, you'll be putting bows on everything. So let me show you just how simple this is. For the bow that we're making today, you'll need these 3 pieces. This size here, this longest is 14 inches, and that is for this tail part here. This middle, that's 12 inches, and that will become your loops. And then this little section is 2 inches, and that becomes that main piece right there. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the middle loop and glue it to itself so that as you're going forward, this one end of the loop can't pop out. You know, sometimes things can pull through your wire, and we don't want that to happen to our loops. So I'm just going to glue this down really quick to create the loop like that. See? So while I give that a second to dry, let me get to the tails. I'm going to cross it over on itself, just like, you know, you'd wear that for like a lapel ribbon or something, but we're going to do it tighter, 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 all the way tight, as tight as we can, because we want room here to wrap around. So we want to get that as far open as possible. And then I'm actually just going to take this top part and roll it down a little bit so that it will get wired really easily to the loop. So let me show you now that I've given that a second to dry. That's just going to go right on top here. And then you're going to just kind of pinch it. Just kind of pinch it down so that it comes to a middle that's a little more gathered. And you can, you know, fuss with it if you feel strongly about the look or anything, but you just want to get this a little tight together. So now with this last 2-section loop, well, I probably should have done this part while I had 2 hands, but I'll manage. So I'm going to fold this into thirds, like so, and place a piece of wire in the middle here. This wire's probably about, I don't know, 8 to 10 inches. I didn't even try and measure it. I just totally eyeballed. So I'm just gonna lay that in the center there and then put it right where my fingers are pinching. And then bring that around to the back. Now, because I pinched mine pretty firm, I've got a little bit extra left over there that's getting in my way. So I'm just gonna cut that off. You can see my wire kind of worked free of it. So now I'm gonna bring that back down around and twist. So like I said, you can fluff it a little bit more, can arrange it however you want. Oh, I am going to cut the tails. I just like to see how the tail is laying diagonally, and then I'm just going to come and cut a straight line up it. And then that will give you a pretty little end. Like so. Now I'm going to take this leftover wire here and I'm going to wire this as an ornament onto my Christmas tree, but you can also wire this to a package, around the neck of a stuffed animal you don't want to wrap, around just about anything. This bow is so useful and way easier than trying to make the one you know how to tie look pretty. Like so many of my favorite ornaments, this is such a simple project. It looks simple, it's not flashy, but it is so beautiful on the tree, especially on this nostalgic Home for the Holidays tree. It's so traditional and lovely. It's just a gorgeous ornament. But now that you know how to do this, you can use this on all of your gifts you're giving this year. You can put it on garlands, you can put it on floral arrangements, everything. And your bows will always look perfect. So I hope that this was inspiring to you and that you'll tie bows everywhere this holiday season and spread a little beauty along with your Christmas cheer. If you have any questions, be sure and leave a comment and I will help you out. And be sure and subscribe to the channel so that you can see this tree in all its finished beauty. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.